GLAM, Los Angeles.
Happy Halloween.
I feel like I should be banging on a piano.
Yeah, like we needed like a organ.
Yeah. So we decided to be pop star frenemies today.
Pull your wig up in the front because I can see your natural hair color. Sarah's second experience with a wig.
Yeah.
So I'm teaching her the ways.
Not great.
If you couldn't tell, she is Olivia Rodrigo. Give the face. Okay, do it into your camera. She looks like that emoji.
Yeah.
I am Sabrina Carpenter.
Obviously.
If you could not tell. It's giving true romance to be.
No, you look like Sabrina Carpenter.
I have a negligee. I have a freaking negligee.
It looks comfy.
It's so cute. It's from a Etsy shop called Dottie's Delights. I'm a big fan of it. I got it a little oversized so that, you know.
So she like custom makes those.
It's so cute. She has all these different colors. I'm obsessed with them. The hair is from the hair shop on Highland in LA.
But it did not come like this.
It didn't. My mother and I spent 2 hours on FaceTime, and Janet was a cosmetologist. She used to cut hair. So she was trying to teach me. The bangs came this way. Okay. So it was like a long blonde banged wig. This is human hair, so I could curl it. And that's my suggestion. If you're going to be Sabrina Carpenter, which apparently is the #1 Halloween costume this year, you cannot curl or do anything with heat on a synthetic wig. It will catch on fire. You will regret it.
The firefighters are going to be so busy.
They are.
This season.
They are. So just beware. You have to have human hair. So this is a human hair wig from the hair shop. And if you look really closely, if you're watching this, one side is longer than the other.
Can't tell. Can't tell.
I try to do face framing layers, but when you are a left-hander, it is incredibly hard to cut in the direction that you have to cut when you're doing it on somebody else's head.
Oh my God. Do we know any left? Surely we do. Hairstylists?
I'm sure we do, but I mean, like doing it, if it's on a block, by the way, I don't have a block.
Right. So did you do this on your head?
No. Well, the first
part, on Quinn?
I did it on our old mic stand.
Oh, okay.
Which was holding my Britney wig that Clay made.
Creative.
But it was just moving around everywhere.
Yeah.
So that wasn't fun. So then I'm like, you know what? I have to do this on my head. And so then my mom was like, no, you're doing it the wrong way. I'm like, Mom,
you're not here. And this is the best I
understand. We're FaceTiming. I'm trying to go in the direction. She's like, oh, it's because you're a left-hander.
Yeah.
Because I would have to literally physically move my hand in a weird way.
No.
It was.
Wow. Well, it turned out great. You look great.
The bangs at least worked. I gave myself a root.
Yeah.
I gave myself a root with this brand called Me Cosmetics. It's like it fills in sparse spots. And I was like, okay, great. Because otherwise I was kind of just giving like Skipper.
Right.
Or something.
Yeah. No, you nailed it. You nailed it completely.
I have the Prada lip.
Mm-hmm.
Prada, hit me up. I've got Skims on because she did a Skims campaign. I didn't know what I was going to wear underneath this, y'all.
No,
this is the sexiest I will ever be for Halloween. Like you will never see me in something like this again.
I posted on her stories and I was like, okay, thirst trap.
No, literally. I was like, I'm wearing pantyhose, I'm wearing heels, and I'm wearing a bra and boxer shorts.
Good. My wig is from Amazon. However, it was suggested by Clayton Hawkins, who does Olivia's hair. So he picked this out for me because I did not know what I was going to do. And I was thinking it was like a little too like light, but he was like, no, actually that's pretty close to her hair.
I think it's good. It looks red in person, red, but it's reading more brown.
More brunette.
Yeah. On camera.
And then I made this sash. I looked into how much it would cost to like overnight a sash. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I can make this on my own. So I went to Joann's and got some thick ribbon and then iron-on letters. And Zoe and I made this little sash. And then this like mesh sparkly thing it's also from Amazon and it's like a beach cover up. I'm like, okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I would wear that after this.
Right? I know.
Like that's hot.
It's like comfy. So thanks, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. We're gonna take
Halloween
you down,
has
but
to
like
be the most popular time. Like other than Christmas and like Prime Day, Halloween must be super popular for them.
I mean, they came through clutch for Kirboween.
Did they?
They did. Because I needed to order decor. I needed it quick.
Yes.
I needed to have a hippo mask to cut the ears off of. So I ordered it from them.
You bought Mudang's bath
I did.
or feeding bowl.
So Mudang's mother's feeding bowl was actually a kid's ball pit.
Right. Which I told Matt, I was like, we have a ball pit now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Matt, but you do. I actually, it's still at the SolaWave house. So Kirboween was not this past weekend, but the weekend before, because I'm not going to be here for official Halloween weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you don't plan anything for actual Halloween because everyone has kids and like no one's going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad I didn't do it the 25th or 26th.
No, I'm so glad you did it.
Because there's so many things going on in LA. The traffic's going to be a nightmare.
And it needed to stand out on its own. And it gives people the opportunity to do like more costumes. We want to be dressing all month long.
That's how I feel. Literally, I'm like, I just want to have multiple costumes.
Yes.
So Kirboween happened. SolaWave house.
Gorgeous house.
They were so kind to just let me take over their house. So we decorated it. It was about 100 people that I know and love that came, and everyone dressed up.
Yep.
That was the one thing. It was like, don't bring anything except for yourself in a costume. And that doesn't mean you have to be in prosthetics. It just means you have to show me some of your personality.
Yes.
And people did. We had Marta from Air Milkshake there, Julie Schott from Starface.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Samolitis.
Dr. Sam showed up in like a full face paint.
Spooky clown.
Dr. Chang came in the scariest mask I've ever seen.
Also spooky,
like
but
two
sexy.
of the hottest women I know in scary ass makeup and masks. I'm like, okay, go for it, doctors.
Yeah. Colt
Paulson, gay man with a spray tan, came as the best Mariah Carey I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God,
he looked so good.
Did you know there was a costume contest?
No, but he won.
He won a Black Stanley.
Wow.
Yeah. So he won.
Congrats to Colt. He deserved that.
The reason why I love Colt is because he came by himself and he's come to other events of mine by himself. He doesn't need, like I gave him a +1, but he comes by himself. He does not care. Yeah. When he walked in the door, I was talking to someone and I literally I looked at him and was like, oh, this must be someone SolaWave invited because I don't recognize that person. And I thought it was a beautiful woman and it was Colt.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad that he came because he looked incredible. But I mean, we had
let's talk about the gift bags.
Okay, the gift bags were pretty great. You can't come to a Kirby party and not have a gift bag, right?
It delivered.
The brands were branding. They were so generous. So SolaWave gave everybody one of their wands, which some of you might be going, Curbs, I've been listening to this since, not me referring to myself in third person. Some of you might be listening going, Curbs, I thought you and Sarah were like, does SolaWave even work?
What do we say every time, you guys? I don't know. Honestly, I'm asking you, what do we say? What's the saying?
Strong opinions, loosely held.
You live and you learn.
So what happened is I broke out from that Huda foundation, okay? And I got a pimple on my lip. I don't break out on my lip at all. I got a pimple that was so bad that when I popped it, it left a scar that would not go away. I was doing everything. Like I was about to get hydroquinone. It was crazy. And I just found it. Like it was in my this little kind of turntable. It was like a little turntable thing that has like some Q-tips and some nail files. And I just had the wand in there. So I was like, F it. Like, it's small enough. Let me just see what I can do. And so for about 10 days, I was sitting in bed holding it on that spot. And it reduced the scar.
Wow.
So I was like, it works. Kirby's eating her words.
Yeah. We love when that happens. We love to be proved wrong.
So then I had to put my tail between my legs, and then I told my manager about it, and I tagged them in an Instagram story, and then that led to us getting on a phone call, and one of the co-founders, Andrew and Paige, who is she's like PR extraordinaire, like does all of these amazing activations for SolaWave. They were like, why don't you just host your Halloween party at the SolaWave house?
So smart.
So it all really came together.
Yes.
I was very honored that they even offered it. And so everyone got the SolaWave wand. And if you use code, I'm giving y'all a code. If you use Kirboween, you'll get 40% off.
Can you spell it?
Kirboween.
Great.
We'll put it in the show notes. You'll get 40% off the entire site. That includes the devices, the wand, like their mask, their décolleté mask, their eye mask.
I need the décolleté mask.
The décolleté mask is great because you just lay there and it's like face and décolleté.
Can you like sleep with them?
No, because they turn off.
Oh, they turn off. Okay.
But speaking of sleep, one of the things that I found really interesting, so they just launched this new skincare component because they had done skincare, but not in this way. with red light masks, and I don't think I even really knew this, but you're supposed to use this on clean, dry skin.
No one's ever told me that.
So when you get out of the shower or you're ready to go to bed, like if you wash your face and do your skincare, the red light is not as effective because of the skincare.
Yeah.
So that's why they always say do it on clean, dry skin.
Interesting.
They made this light boost line, which is, it has like peptides and stuff in it, but it also has ingredients which help the efficacy of the red light, and it keeps it from being blocked. Or obviously I don't know the official terms.
Sure.
But I was excited because it's like, okay, I can just do my skincare routine.
Right.
And then put on the mask and then go to sleep. Because I'm doing this usually in bed. Like I'm not like walking around. Like I'm like sitting in bed watching something. I don't have to get back up and go do my skincare.
Right.
So nice. You can get that. But there's up until it's like they said end of the month. So
great.
Halloween night at 11:59 p.m. Pacific, you can get a discount.
Your early holiday
40%. I mean, 40% is like a huge discount.
That's better. I feel like everyone always waits to buy themselves like the LED tools, the masks. They wait for like a Sephora sale or like the holidays.
Black Friday.
You're not going to get more than 40% off.
No. I don't know if they'll do 40 for that. No. But also Andrew, the co-founder of SolaWave, was telling me some really interesting things about buying stuff, like buying devices, which I was like, he should come on and like for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I haven't told you this yet.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff he was telling me, I was like, it's a whole conversation that we need to talk about.
Great.
Okay, so SolaWave, K18.
Okay.
Love them.
Yep.
Briogeo put their shampoo concentrate in this bag, which is like my absolute favorite. I love it so much. It's like right up there with the Whey Detox for me. Blip.
Yep.
If you have vapors in your life, the little toothpicks, they were in there. Herbivore put 2 of their facial oils. And then Verb was so cute. They have something called Ghost Oil. And so they put that in there. So all in all, I thought it was a really great gift bag. People were super stoked.
It was a really great gift bag.
There was tacos.
So good that you didn't get to eat.
No.
But I did. I ate all
the
the
tacos.
Good? They were really good.
It was like Angel City taco.
Charcuterie was amazing.
Curated spreads, charcuterie. I know. It was sad because I ordered all the stuff and I couldn't eat any of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the one thing that I do want to shout is that there was a bar. And Johnny Walker sponsored it, and they made me custom cocktails. And they made this cute little menu with my custom cocktails that said Kirboween. One of them was called the Mudang.
It was really cute.
And there was like a Squid Game cocktail because that's coming out in December. It was really great.
It was really, really great.
Congrats. So next year we got to make it bigger and better.
Oh my gosh!
Next year,
Kirboween.
Next year, Kirby, Sarah, Los Angeles, Kirboween. Glossoween?
Well, you host your Kirboween, and then I always have my Christmas.
Oh my god! Okay,
party.
Sarah's Christmas parties are truly my favorite. It's always chaotic. I always get drunk. I never get drunk at anything. I always get drunk.
Yeah, Matt's like, we should host the Christmas party at the SolaWave house. I was like, wait, just like hold on.
No. Y'all should, because they were saying that they're not going to have that house much longer.
Oh, okay.
And that they need to do a big thing.
Great.
So maybe we do a pitch.
Maybe we do. Okay, let's pitch it. Andrew, we're calling you. This weekend is BeautyCon. Tickets are still available. You guys need to come and see us live with Lily Reinhart. Kirby's going to be doing a panel with Danessa Myricks, Anastasia, and Donnie Davy. That's for sure going to be
dream panel. I'm so glad it worked out.
It's going to be so much fun.
I was like, I don't want to do this unless we can make it really great.
No, like I think Danessa moved her flight. She was going to be in Dubai, but she was like, I need to do this.
Oh my God.
I know.
Yay.
I'm going to be doing a panel with the Summer Fridays girls, Mariana and Lauren, and then also a panel, which I call the party panel because it's the panel that has the most people. It's got Amy Lou from Tower 28, Sheena from Kosas, Deepika from Live Tinted, and Susan Yara from Naturium.
Wow, I will be sat.
Yes.
I will be sat for that one.
Right? Like, I just feel like there's so much to talk about. Plus, there's going to be, La Roche is going to be there.
Yeah, just announced. La Roche.
Saweetie. Yep. If you watch Love Island, Serena and Janae, I think is her name, like the winner and the finalist. Nikki DeRose is going to be there. JD Wadey 180 is going to be doing one of her facials.
Isabel from Dolce Glow is going to be there doing a spray tanning tutorial.
Yep.
Which I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. And there's going to be just so many goodies. So general admission tickets are only $29. So come on. That's you're going to be walking away with so many samples and goodies that are going to be valued over that. And just come and support us. We're doing Los Angeles with Lily Reinhart on Saturday.
Yes. And then my panel with those 3 iconic women is Sunday. Yeah. So if you get a whole weekend pass, is our discount code good for the general admission?
Probably.
Our code is GlossPod. So that gives you 25% off of your order.
So whatever that is, do the math.
Yeah. Come see us. Come hang. We want to see you.
BeautyCon.com. Get your tickets.
And y'all, we had a meeting with Lily.
Oh my God.
And she was so
just a delight.
A delight. We're so excited.
Kirby came on to the Zoom with a Halloween background and she was like, sorry,
not
guys.
Intentionally.
And then Lily changed hers so that Kirby wasn't alone. So sweet.
She made me not feel like I was a weirdo.
I know.
She was like, I got you, girl. So cute. I love it. So come see her. Come see us. We would love to meet you guys in person.
Yay.
Sarah, happy Halloween, babes.
Halloween.
From Mudang.
You did it.
And from Olivia
Rodrigo.
And also, who are you going to be for your family?
I was Chili.
Oh, Chili.
And Matt was Bandit, who was the dad, Bluey. And then we'll see if I come up with something else on actual Halloween.
Okay. Happy Halloween. Thank y'all for listening. Now, stay tuned for the one and only Amanda McCants. Amanda.
Yes.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Thank you for having me.
We're literally so excited to have you.
We're obsessed with you.
We're obsessed with how hot you are, how funny you are, how everything you are. It's okay, but your last name, I always say McCants. Like,
why?
Oh,
because when I
Kirby
read
is
it,
a really fun way of pronouncing words.
Yeah, give me some.
it feels regal. Like,
Okay.
I'm like Amanda McCants, and then I'm like, that's not how you say it. But like in my head, every single time I read your last name, that's how I say it.
I love that.
But it's
actually
McCants, right?
It's McCants, and
Okay.
my dad was adopted, so my real last name, my last name was supposed to be Fig, Amanda Fig, which
That's cute.
bucks. Amanda Fig books.
Yeah.
Like Amanda Fig is on Forbes 30 under 30. So yeah, I'm Amanda McCants.
I love it. Amanda McCants. Okay, so do you remember the first time you saw an Amanda video?
I mean, I just feel like it was like all of a sudden you were all over my feed.
Oh, good.
And yeah. And then at the O Positive event, you were there and I didn't get to meet you, but that was like the beginning of my obsession with you.
Wow.
I think it was obviously it was one of your, mom videos. And I
Okay.
can't remember which one, but I was like, you are literally a genius. This is so funny.
But you like the research. I need to know the research.
How do you do this? That's what I want to know. How do you come up with these concepts? But like, what research are you visiting these places? Like, who are you talking to?
Do you have a focus group of moms in the area?
Oh my God, no, but that's fucking genius. That's really a way to get like a diehard following to be like, I have a focus group. It's just a cult.
Yeah, exactly. It's an MLM.
So I grew up watching Real Housewives, and subconsciously in my brain, I think the way I just saw content was a bunch of rich women speaking about stuff. So I've had many phases of my career. It started off with just doing characters. Then I was on a trip somewhere and I zoned out. I was like in this pond in Puerto Rico. And I was like, okay, Amanda, the business isn't doing well. Like my videos weren't doing well. And I was like, what are we going to do next? Like focus on yourself for a second. What are you going to do? And it just came to me. I was like, I have to do cities. I have to do different moms. I had no idea what that would entail, but I was just like, okay, we're going to do it. So my first like city video was I am in LA, and that kind of did really well. And so I just kind of started doing moms. I had a Calabasas mom character that really took off as well. And I was like, let's just do different locations. So I think what was my next mom after that? I think it was Newport mom or something
I think
like
it was
that.
Newport that
or
I
Long
saw.
Island mom. And I just talked to people who grew up there. And as I kept doing the mom videos, people would slide into my DMs. Like if you're ever in Laguna, or when we went to go film La Jolla Mom about 6 months ago, I didn't have any information, but we had a night booked at Rancho Valencia, and that shit's like $2,000 a night.
Okay, that not the dreamiest
do you know who owns
hotel?
Rancho Valencia?
Annie Lawless.
Correct.
Annie Lawless's husband, who also just owned Suja before.
Yes.
And now I did a brand deal for Suja while I was staying at Rancho Valencia.
Wow.
With a Lawless Lippy in my purse.
Oh my
It's
God.
one of my favorite
The
places
Lawless
to
Extended
stay.
Universe is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Moore Park, so past Calabasas.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
you're-
4 generations deep in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my
we're-
grandpa came here after the potato famine in Norway. Or my great grandpa.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, and he was like, I'm gonna plop down in Venice, bought a house for like $100.
Wow.
And that started our Angelino family.
I have
Oh my
literally never
gosh.
heard anyone say that their relative came from the potato famine. So
Yeah.
Norwegian.
I am Norwegian, like a
Okay.
small amount.
But I feel like she looks so like
Yeah.
beautiful.
Royalty.
royal.
That's
of
really
the- of
nice, but
Norway.
like, this isn't my natural look.
Okay, this is why we love you. Because you're like, this is how I'm hot. Like one day I decided I'm going to just be hot. And
Mhm.
you are hot.
Were you
That's really
always
nice.
hot?
No.
Like,
What is
okay, in a previous episode, we were talking about the pretty person problem, which is when you're born like genetically blessed.
Yeah.
You are giving like genetically blessed from the womb.
No.
Wow.
No. No.
It's
not
great.
at all.
So work has been done.
Oh yeah.
You've mentioned rhinoplasty before.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Not a nose job. It's a rhinoplasty.
Love a
Yeah.
love a rhinoplasty.
Mhm.
That's why I bring
Yeah.
it up
Yeah.
because you and also
Have you had one?
No, I
No,
wish.
she's got a great nose.
You have an amazing nose.
Thank you. But when I was little, I
You do
would
too, Sarah.
I really, no, Sarah's
No, my
literally
mom
like
used to
You
make
don't
me,
like your nose?
My mom used to make me pinch my nose before bed. I love my mom.
the
but-
Asian mom.
Asian mom.
We love Evelyn.
We're still manifesting rhinoplasty.
No, literally.
Wait, Sarah, I want your exact
Stop
nose.
it.
That's what I'm going
Yes.
for.
Okay,
So
guys.
please,
Thank
but
you.
do not
Very
change it.
nice.
Do not touch your nose.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Oh, thank you. I think noses keep growing. I want to do Kyle Richards
Yes.
and in 10 years do another one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
That's
we
fair.
talked about
That's
that.
fair, yeah.
Your nose grows, your ears get
Yes.
longer.
Yeah, I don't see any problem
So
with
wait,
that.
how old were you when you got your new nose?
23.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually want to ask this because I saw a video about it. There was a girl on TikTok recently who was having a meltdown after her rhinoplasty. And she was like,
Mhm.
I know it's supposed to be swollen, but like, I just cannot. I'm looking in the mirror and this person doesn't look like me. Did you have any of that? Or were you like, hell yeah, can't wait for this to be
Oh my
healed?
God, no, I was obsessed with myself. I was walking around Westlake Village with bandages and blood coming out of my nose, being like, just got it done. How good do I look? Like, I was, for those who live in Westlake Village, I went to Joy Cafe like 4 days after post-op
Yeah.
and was like ordering a gluten-free like pad thai or something like that. And my mom was like, honey, like you're kind of scaring everyone. Like, why don't you go wait in the car? Like, I ripped those bandages off and I was so happy with it. Also, it was really funny. One day I decided I wanted to do it. It had been 6 years, but one day I woke up and I was like, okay, let's schedule it. I'm ready. And my friend was getting her nose done and I hate research. So I was like, okay,
go to
I'll
your
just go to
doctor.
the same person. This man was 80 years old. And it was right before the pandemic. He had the shakiest hands I'd ever seen. Shakiest hands. But I was committed to the bit. I had put my money in. I was like, okay, well, it wasn't mine. It was my dad's. And so we'd put the money in and I was like, you know what? We're doing the goddamn surgery.
Yeah.
You know, my parents drove me on the 405, went to this office in Beverly Hills, right next to the Anastasia flagship store. And, you know, they do the surgery. I wake up. And when you wake up from a rhinoplasty, most of the times your nose is tubed up, so you can't breathe. So I woke up and I was like, ah! And I was yelling, and he was like, I'm too old for this shit. And so the nurses had to like calm me down, and they were like, you're okay, you're fine. And then 2 weeks later, I go to get the bandages out, and it's a beautiful nose. It really is. I'm really happy with the nose. It looks like my natural nose.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
But his hands are so shaky. He's like taking out the stitches and like a scissor pokes. And I'm like, and he's like, you got a real low pain tolerance. And yeah, I do. Like, I'm a little bitch. So yeah, I like it. I wish I could have gone a little bit smaller, but I told him, I was like, don't shave off too much.
No, it
No.
looks great.
Because I wanted it.
It looks like your
I'm an actor
God-given
first.
nose.
That's really nice.
Totally. Okay. I love that you mentioned that.
Am I
you're-
talking too much?
No, this is a podcast, babe. We
Wait,
need to hear
but
from you.
like, I feel like I need to ask you guys more questions.
No, you're the guest,
No.
babes.
Yeah.
This is our job.
Okay.
They hear from us all day.
Yeah.
every
Okay,
day.
good.
They want to
good.
hear from you. Okay, so you said actor first.
Yeah.
Should we get into? I want to ask her about what's on her face first before
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
into her
Yeah. Yeah.
background.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so-
yes.
What's on your face, Amanda? Like, you said before this, you're a beauty girl, and
Oh.
we can tell.
Die Hard.
We saw what you did with Too Faced, which was
Thank
genius,
you.
And then
Elise
Anastasia.
and Anastasia, so
Yeah,
brilliant. Oh my god,
thank
the
you.
Anastasia video.
Yeah,
so
we
good.
need to talk
love
about
her.
that.
But tell us, what do you like? What products are you obsessed with? Hair, makeup, skin, nails, whatever.
Yeah, I've been a beauty girl since 8th grade. I started wearing foundation when I was like 12 or 13. I was obsessed with it.
Do you
What's on
remember what you were obsessed with?
I think it was the CoverGirl True Match.
Yep.
Is that CoverGirl?
I think
Maybelline,
No,
maybe?
L'Oreal.
L'Oreal.
Yeah.
L'Oreal.
Okay, yeah, a true match. And it was a little bit too dark for me. And I would just go into, oh, you know what else came out around that time? The Beauty Blender. Right when I was getting into makeup, the Beauty Blender came out. But I didn't know you had to wet it. So I was like putting on my foundation in 8th grade, like with a dry Beauty Blender. And then I remember I had this little like leftover cover up from my mom and it spilled on my floor in front of my mirror where I was getting ready. And I was like, oh, well, it's still good. So I would just like pick it up from the floor, put on my face, dry Beauty Blender, go to school.
Such an 8th grade thing to do.
Yeah. What's on my face now? I wanted to look good for you guys. So I got my makeup done by my girl, Elizabeth.
Oh,
Because I went to Nobu last night and so fucking salty and I had 2 lychee martinis
The best though.
that I wanted to look good. I couldn't come on a beauty podcast crusty as hell.
I mean, you don't look crusty at all.
Okay, what were some of the products that she put on your face today? Do you remember any that like you were like, oh my God, what is
Estee
this?
Lauder.
Okay.
The Forever Stay or whatever the hell.
I mean,
Found
that's a
it,
beautiful foundation. Your skin looks immaculate.
Thank
so.
you. Well, I wanted to look a little bit dead. I wanted to look a little bit spooky. So we have an eyeshadow palette on my face, like literally under my eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
okay.
like
I
that.
see it. I see it.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And then the Patrick Ta bronzer. Of course, that's my favorite. I also love the Merit Beauty bronzer because it really helps me contour right here.
Mhm.
What else do we have on my face? Anastasia brows. When I did my Anastasia video, she taught my sister and I how to do our brows. That has forever changed my face.
It is a life-changing experience getting Anastasia to tell you how
Yeah.
to properly do a brow.
Yeah, like she told me to go under right here.
Yep.
Right.
I've never
I know.
thought of that.
I know. It's crazy.
I want to give a shout out Sweet Beauty, their mascara.
So underrated.
So underrated, but I think she's going to pop off.
Me too.
I really do. Do you guys have the 90s lip from Sweet Beauty?
Yes,
The
I do.
lip crayon?
Yes.
Is that what you're wearing?
No,
Okay.
I don't know
Sorry.
what I'm wearing.
Well, it looks
I
great.
should have asked her.
The liner, the lip,
Yeah.
the under eye.
like
all of
Sexy
it.
Dead?
Yes,
Sexy Dead.
It's sexy,
Sexy
dead.
Dead.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted.
Like I want to look like that. So that's good.
Yes, you got to use Elizabeth. She's amazing.
Oh my gosh. We're going to call
Yeah.
her up for sure.
Please.
Yeah.
Use.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to ask real quick though, your skincare.
Yeah.
Are you skincare girly?
I am. And I actually had severe acne, like crazy, crazy acne. And then something wild happened. I'll show you guys photos. So I got COVID. And about 5 days after, I started getting this rash. And I was like, this is weird. And the rash was on my chest and on my face. Turns out I have like what we think is an autoimmune disorder from COVID that gave me this rash that I just get on my face overnight. So one night I'll be fine. And then the next night I'll wake up, or the next morning I'll wake up with like 100 pimples on my face,
What?
100 whiteheads. It's crazy. I'll have to show you guys a photo. So I was going to different dermatologists and I was like, I'm an actor, like, and I make comedy like content online.
Yeah.
I can't have this. And so I go to a bunch of different dermatologists and they think it's fungal. They think it's bacterial. What is it? Not dermatitis. Oh, what is it? I'll think of the name, but it's where you get a bunch of like little dots.
Okay.
Nothing was working. I spent like $1,000 on different products for my face. And this was not when I was doing well, like business wise, but I was like, I have to save my face. Nothing was working. So I post on my story. I go, hi, does anybody, is anybody's mom a dermatologist, or does anybody have a good dermatologist? My mom or my friend who is Colombian slides into my DMs and she goes, my mom is a dermatologist in Colombia. She's the best. We'll get on a phone call tomorrow. Her mom gets on a phone call with me at 9 p.m. on a Sunday. And she goes, this is from COVID. I've seen this. I'm going to send you some of my products. I go, okay. I get these products. They're in unmarked tubs. It's like a toner, a brown cream, and a white cream. Unmarked. And she goes, these are the best. You're never going to use anything else. They completely cleared up my COVID rash.
Wow.
And I've had this COVID rash now 3 times. And I'll show you guys pictures. It's pretty severe. It's the only thing that works on it.
Really?
What's
Yeah.
in it? She won't
Oh,
tell
I
you?
have no fucking clue.
It sounds like if it's unmarked, it's compounded. I mean, your skin looks amazing.
Like, obviously, all 3 of us take care of our skin.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
beautiful skin.
But you
both of
can't help when those when you're having a reaction, like, a COVID causes
Oh, they're
you to have
severe.
a rash.
Can I show you
Yeah,
guys?
we would love to see it because that's the thing. There are so many people who are in our DMs or on our comments saying that they've been dealing with stuff.
Yeah.
And I think fungal acne became like a really popular term during the pandemic. So then everyone thought they had a bacterial infection or fungal acne.
Exactly.
But it's like, no, that's like an autoimmune response to COVID, which obviously hasn't been studied because we're still so close to it.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I don't know what really triggers it. Like sometimes it's an allergic reaction. Sometimes it's like being in the sun too much. Sometimes it's stress. But like I will wake up and like I'm 2 weeks. I cannot work for 2 weeks. I cannot be on camera for 2 weeks.
So you've had to like cancel projects and things.
Oh my
like
God.
that.
I've had to cancel a lot. Like obviously if I were to get a show, we'd have to work around it. But like I can't have a camera on my face, you guys. It's nuts. Like I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I don't even look like myself.
Wow.
That's so
you've stuck
crazy.
to that.
This happened overnight.
Amanda, that is crazy. Because see, I can see how people would think that was like bacterial.
And I took antibiotics and then and that was it when it was like clearing up. I did everything. Like this is when it starts getting all over my face.
No way.
Y'all, this photo, if you're not watching, this is bonkers. It's crazy to see your skin
and they're
now
also,
from that.
and it's like little, and it looks painful. Is
and
it painful?
like little white
It's not
pustules.
really painful. It's not itchy. It's just there and you cannot work. And it's more just like so frustrating because I've had normal acne. I've had cystic acne. I've done it in my early 20s. And you kind of, there's different retinays you can use and stuff, and it doesn't always clear up, but there's a solution. This, you can't put anything on it really.
Like you can't even put makeup on then hide it. There's no hiding
you
it.
can't. So that's about like a week.
No way.
I'm glad that you also weren't put on Accutane because I think sometimes
that was the next
dermatologist would see that and go, we're going to put you on Accutane for this. But it's just, there's so many elements of that and it makes your skin extremely dry. I mean, I know Accutane has worked wonders for so
100%.
many people. And if that's the route you want to go, but I'm glad that you were able to find something topical that could like
and natural
calm the fire.
So do you know? Sorry.
It's like shocking.
What triggers? Like, do you know anything that triggers it? Like,
One
do you have
time-
to stay away from certain things? Are you like worried? Like, oh my God, I'm going to wake up with like this reaction.
Okay, I'm definitely worried all the time. It's in the back of my head. But, I don't always know what triggers it. I know when I spent a couple of weeks in Miami that the sun would really trigger my skin. My skin would freak out with the sun. And so I was like, okay, that's like one thing. I'm not always in the sun. I really protect my face.
Yeah.
So one time it was like an oil. And then I think another time it was like stress. But I don't know. I noticed after COVID, I get that. And it's been really interesting.
Was the last time you had that type of breakout?
I had a small version of it this summer, but this time last year.
Wow.
I went to a Halloween party and I had bought like a $200 Shania Twain costume, but I had that reaction. And I was going out with my guy friends. I don't have many of them, but the ones I do have, I was like, okay, I'll go out with you guys because I want to go have fun. And I was like, but I have to hide under the Shania Twain like cheetah hood the whole time because my skin.
Oh my God.
It's crazy, but I'm so grateful I found something to like help me. And my friend's mom is like amazing. So I have had so many skin issues.
That's so crazy because I thought when you were like, it was bad. I'm like, I'm looking at her skin right now.
Yeah,
going, okay, like how bad could it be? That is truly,
it's shocking.
Especially when you have to be on camera all the time.
But even just mentally, like waking up
no.
and seeing that, like we talk about the mind-body connection when it comes to acne in general. And it is so hard. And it's not as easy as being able to go to a dermatologist, right? Like dermatologists are a lot of people are so overbooked. They can't see as many clients. So people are really looking for ways. I'm really glad you brought this up that it was an autoimmune response to COVID, because I think that's going to maybe click for some people that are listening.
Totally. Because it's so confusing and that's it. And listen, I am not a doctor.
Right.
Okay. This is just what I'm thinking, the information I've gotten, because when you get reactions like that, it comes overnight. That's not acne.
No.
That is something in your body that has been triggered and it's just coming out on your face. I wish it like happened on my arm.
Yeah.
But no.
That'd be great.
That'd be
like your
awesome.
back, your
just
stomach.
one arm.
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, so that's all I have to say on that.
So glad that you mentioned it. Okay. Speaking more about like treatments in LA, like what are some of your favorite places, like facialists, like where do you go get your nails done? Like shout out some of like your favorite places to go.
Absolutely. We have Biologique Recherche off Melrose. If you want a relaxing kind of lymphatic like drainage, that's amazing. Barbara Sturm. Love it there. And I love Skin Worship. I really recommend Skin Worship.
How often are you getting facials?
Once a month.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
Face House too. Face House is
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my favorite facials. Just if you need something quick,
Right.
really gets the job done.
Also, you should check out Formula Fig if you haven't.
Okay.
They do a really great LED, like red light / lymphatic drainage facial. It's like 50 minutes. It's like quick in and out.
Okay.
But you go in and immediately they're like doing the drainage and then they do the LED and you walk out and you're glowing and you're good to go.
Where is that?
It's on Sycamore.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
blowing up. It's blowing up.
It's blowing up,
Yeah, and they're
folks.
opening. I think they're opening one in Culver City too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big fans of that. Face House. I mean, everybody, you're speaking our language for
Totally.
sure.
Oh yeah, and the number one mask I love to do at home is the Mask Vivant from Biologique.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is expensive.
Is this the
It
LED
is
mask?
stinky. No,
Oh,
it
a mask.
smells
Oh.
so bad. It smells like pad thai. It's my second time bringing up pad thai, but it is
I love pad thai.
nuts. It's amazing.
Okay.
What does it do?
I have no idea, but it brightens
it works.
the hell out
Okay,
of
yeah,
my skin.
brightens.
But I don't know what it technically does. I know it's like antibacterial. It also has live yeast in it, which is like not great, obviously, for fungal acne. But that's just something that really works with my skin.
Okay.
Amazing.
What about, are you this naturally tan?
No, this is a spray tan.
Okay.
Yes.
Who
and I
spray
have
tans you?
Tan Junkie come to my house. I've been going to her for 6 years.
Okay.
She's seen me at every weight. I just want to make a PSA. Like, I know how annoying I sound going to Biologique and having a spray tan and going to Nobu last night. Like, I just want a PSA. Like, I'm self-aware that I'm insufferable.
No, but you're not, because you're like, first of all, you're speaking our language.
Okay, good.
These are things we talk about all the time.
I just don't want to like be like, oh, well, I do this and that. Like, I know I sound so stupid.
No.
Okay.
No,
You do
no.
not sound
So,
stupid.
Okay, good.
This is-
Materialistic, maybe.
This is a beauty podcast. So
Okay.
people want to know, like, when they're coming to LA, where are you going to do things?
Mhm.
And I mean, if they're listening to this and they don't like it, then you're hate listening. And what are you doing with your
Yeah.
life? Truly.
Yeah.
Like,
Also-
we've been doing this for 5 years.
I do one full beauty day a week.
Oh, good.
Probably. Because if I'm filming a lot right now. So to be in front of the camera and feel good, like it takes a lot of work. One time I was on set and obviously as women, we all have an earlier call time than the men.
Yeah.
So I think my call time was like 7:30. My male counterparts was like 9:30. It's the middle of the day. It's like 2 p.m. We're like, oh, we're kind of tired, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I've been here since 7:30. He goes, well, that's your choice. Like hair and makeup is your choice. And I was like, oh, you are so dumb.
No.
I was like, you're so dumb. I was
Yeah.
like, actually, if I didn't do hair and makeup, I would come to set and you would probably say to me, like, oh, did you not sleep well last night? Like,
Right.
you have no idea. So shut your mouth. Like
Right.
when men talk about beauty things, I literally want to smack them. And I'm not even that big of like women,
Yeah.
you know, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. Like, no, I'm tired. I would love to spend more time in the kitchen. I'm just going to fucking say
Yeah.
it. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Oh, we've talked about
I'm
this.
tired.
Yeah.
But men and beauty standards, please shut up.
Yeah.
Or like, why would you put yourself through this? Why go through
Right.
this? Why this much time? Why this much effort? And I'm like, what does it matter to you? But
Right.
also, the effort's there because if we don't do it, then unfortunately we live under a patriarchy. We have to do what we want to do to get ahead in life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
And also, I feel like you and Kirby, you too, you sometimes post like some really hilarious and awful things that your male followers will
Oh my
post and
God.
comment. Do you have a lot of like men followers or followers that are men?
My original audience was men.
really,
I worked with a couple different creators, one Anwar Jabawi, and he has a big Middle Eastern male presence. So I got a lot of those men. And in the beginning of my career, I wanted to pop off. So I did most of my sketches in a bikini. And that got a lot of men. And I was like, I don't care. We'll figure it out later. I have since balanced it out. But yeah, I think in the beginning, I had a lot of alpha
Yeah.
male followers. And I welcome them because they give me funny content with
right?
their stupid remarks.
Totally. I was gonna say, I would feel looking at your account now, I would think it would be mostly women
Right.
versus men.
Yeah.
But this is kind of relevant to Halloween in general, being Mudangs. This
I mean,
costume popped off in a way I did not expect it to. But what I didn't realize is, unlike my other content that's gone viral, this, because I think there were a lot of elements. I was a hippo wearing like a sexy kind of outfit.
so fun.
You get these weird men that come and comment. So you get the people that
Yeah.
are like, oh my God, I love this. This is amazing. And then you get these men that are like, why are you doing this? You're having fun. You look good. I'm going to tear you down. Or they're saying insane things like, I would bang like as a hippo, like dressed as a hippo.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, this is like alarming. It's like the grotesque men come out when you go viral.
Oh yeah. I mean, even on like pictures or just a sweet thing, you know. Well,
Yeah.
me and my family on a vacation, the comments would bang. Hey, I'm in Hawaii. You know, I don't
Yeah.
really.
That's my mom. That's my
Yeah.
mom.
I'm good.
Right
Thanks
there.
so much.
God.
Totally.
But I would imagine a sexy hippo would bring Chad from, you know, Alabama out.
Right. And they say this stuff with their full chest with their name and their photo attached.
crazy?
And like tagging their wives on their Instagram profiles, which I'm like, with their place of employment in their
Yeah.
bio, like crazy stuff.
Their bio is family first, and they're commenting, look
Right.
at those knockers.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's like,
Right.
this is
Check
not
out that
chat.
jumper. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like crazy stuff. I'm like, you
Yeah.
have 3 children that are actually daughters. So that's
That's so
crazy.
crazy.
Have we addressed your Halloween outfit
Yeah.
on the pod yet? The Mudang.
Mudang, close to my heart. Anybody that follows me knows Mudang.
Yeah.
I love her.
Identify with.
I
Mudang.
identify with her.
Yes.
I love that she's like, she'll just be chilling and then just like zoom, like ready to bite. And
Is that Kirby core?
that's very Kirby.
Okay.
Like I'm okay, but then if you terrorize me, I will terrorize you back. Like,
Okay. What sign are you?
I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, great.
What
What are you?
I'm a Capricorn as well.
Oh, no way. I'm a Scorpio. I love Capricorn.
When's your birthday?
November 20th.
Okay, so I love Scorpios. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. I feel like if I could be a Scorpio, I would, but I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
Sarah's got a bunch of Aries in her
Yeah.
chart.
Oh.
Little
I know.
Spitfire over here. I know
I
you
love
don't
that.
expect it. You
Don't.
don't
But
expect
very
it.
Olivia.
Mm.
A little Spitfire Olivia.
A little
Yeah.
Spitfire.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mudang. I mean, let's Sarah shows up to the party that I didn't just do this for like shits and giggles. Like I was hosting my Halloween party that I have every year called Kirboween.
Kirby you couldn't hear very well.
So
and
I
she
had a
could-
bald cap over my ears.
And she also
and then I had ears on top of my ears.
And then you couldn't like hear her when she was speaking because
I was screaming.
her mouth was here and then
But you could drink out of it.
So I got a Stanley Cup straw.
Yes.
And I was drinking a cocktail, which by the way, putting a straw in a cocktail is miserable.
Yeah.
Because you're just drinking straight vodka the whole time
at the bottom.
or whiskey or
Yeah.
whatever.
Wait, that's so true.
But when I
didn't
was
think of
getting
that.
ready, I noticed I couldn't drink or eat anything. So I brought a Stanley Cup straw with me, thank God. So I could like get some water,
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
cocktail. But I couldn't eat the tacos that looked amazing. I couldn't eat the charcuterie. It was very unfortunate.
The things we do for art.
yeah,
No.
I mean,
I'm like, listen, if I want this to blow up like Heidi Klum Halloween, then
which it did.
I need to
did.
commit
This is
to
the
the bit.
most popular Halloween costume I've seen
I'm-
online. So
Someone fly me to Thailand so I can meet.
Yeah,
Mudang.
oh my God.
Like it's time.
yeah,
It-
give her a brand
Mudang-
deal.
Someone.
like in prosthetic meeting.
Wow.
I
Wow.
wonder what she would do.
She would try to bite me, obviously. Okay, wait, Amanda, I just want to go back real quick because
Yeah.
Me too.
how long have you been acting?
When I was 2 years old, I would put on like little plays for my family. And like, I have always been an actor. Like, it
Okay.
is part of my identity. If I wasn't acting and I wasn't portraying a character, like, there would be half of me that would be missing. And not to sound like an annoying artist, like, have you ever seen that interview of Jeremy Allen White where he's like, oh, it's my favorite film. And if you don't like it, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a mansplaining act. I don't need to be
Yeah.
like that. I've been
Yeah.
on a date with so many of those people. Anyway, so I've been acting now. Yeah, like 20 years.
Wow. Have you been working since you were a kid?
I worked a little when I was a kid. My mom would, send me to auditions and stuff. She
Okay.
would drive me to LA and we would stop at the Bubba Guns at Universal Studios after. It was
Oh,
like really sweet, a core
cute.
memory. But I think we all decided it was just better for me to stay in school. And I'm so grateful for that decision. Not that I probably would have booked anything anyway, but we were just like, let's let her cook. And then senior year, I decided that I wasn't going to go to college and I was just going to act.
Wow. That is a huge risk, I guess.
had no idea what I was doing. Like, I had no idea that I was cutting like most of my opportunities out of the picture, which I'm so glad I didn't realize. Like, good.
No, I'm
You know.
glad you didn't either. And also now I feel like if I could, if and when I have kids, I'm not going to force them to go to
Yeah,
college.
no, it's so different now.
Yeah.
It's so different
is.
now.
Well, also, like, it's not, my GPA was what? Probably a 2.9.
You're like, babes.
It's not like Stanford was calling and I was like, no, I can't. Like, I was never going to get in anyway, bitch. Like,
totally.
and not you, bitch.
No,
bitch.
No, bitch in general.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was never going to get in.
100%.
So it was more just like, I'm good.
So were you always funny? Like, did you always want to be like a comedic actor, or like did you want to be in like a drama? Like, what were your goals?
I would say I come from a very funny family. Like, no one's a comedian, but we're all just witty. We're making fun of each other. We're constantly laughing. And so I think that's a huge influence. I never realized like, oh, I'm a funny person. But when I was 11, I did my first comedy class at Second City. And I remember like doing an improv exercise and it just clicked with me. I got it. I had never felt so myself. And I was bad at everything, soccer, school. And I was just like, when is something going to click? And I remember it clicking. And I feel like I've been chasing that moment my whole life. And when I am doing my thing and when I am in it and in my groove, like I never feel more myself.
So then I'm curious how beauty affected you from a young age.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot about actors and them getting their start. And if they were told anything that skewed their perception of what pretty versus ugly was, or like, did you grow up having confidence like you do now? Or you were always confident?
The greatest gift my parents gave me was confidence. I come from a very confident house as well.
That's so important.
And it's something I said the other day. I would leave the house and my mom would be like, people are lucky to look at you.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. And my dad was just also just so confident, instilling confidence in us all the time. And so, of course, I have my insecurities. And of course, in high school, I had them as well. And, you know, even in the influencer scene, like, it's intense and you better feel good about yourself or else you're just going to have a miserable time. Like, it affects nobody but you. And it's a lesson I really had to learn. But I got that great first step from my parents, like really instilling confidence in us. But when I got into acting, I had this manager and she's amazing. She is amazing. Her other client was Sabrina Carpenter.
No
and
way.
It was when Sabrina was on the Disney show.
Sabrina.
And she was incredible. And I was like, oh, like maybe I'll, you know, I want Sabrina's path. I want to do that. But casting offices and even talent agencies didn't really know what to do with me because I wasn't pretty enough to be the pretty girl. I was told this at 18. I wasn't pretty enough to be the lead, but I wasn't ugly enough to be the nerd. And my boobs were too big to be on Disney Channel. This was feedback I would get back. And so I was let go from that management because she was just like, you're one of the hardest working girls I've ever had. Nobody knows what to do with you. You're going to figure it out. It's just not me. And I really respected her for that. And I remember I got that call. I was in front of Catch in my little car. And I was like, no one's ever going to tell me that again. No one is ever going to tell me that they don't know what to do with me again. So every day I just started working, you know, towards my goal of being funny and hot. And I knew I could make money doing that. And I knew it was a brand that was marketable. And so I just chased that.
I love that you're a smart businesswoman too.
Well, I mean, taxes are a bitch.
Taxes?
Oh my God, don't even
talk
talk
to me
taxes.
about tax.
I mean, like that, the business side has wrecked my brain to a point where I'm like, oh no, I'm a dumb woman. And I kind of want to be.
Right. That's why they have accountants and people to do our taxes for us.
Yes.
Because it's just like too much. Like we already are thinking about too much.
You
can't like run a business and then also do your taxes.
No, but I've really become friends with my CPA. He's about 80 years old and I really love him.
You and your 80-year-olds.
Yeah, totally.
Shout out to Keith, our CPA.
I love Keith and Steve.
We love them. They're really helping us out here. Amanda, please tell the glams, what are the 3 things that you need to do to just be hot?
Face cupping, infrared sauna, sleeping with affirmations on.
Oh my
God.
God.
So I gave you a $40 tip. That's the cupping. Infrared sauna is $50 at Pause Studios. Sleeping with affirmations is free.
Wow.
YouTube.
Under $100. We
Wait,
love a
you
bargain.
need to link us to like your favorite affirmations.
Dylan James, he has a free playlist. The free affirmations are on YouTube. It's under Dylan James. I turned my life around and really my brand started popping off when I slept for affirmations for 30 days. I was going through a really bad breakup and I was like, I can't stop thinking about this man. I have to start thinking about myself. Slept with the affirmations on. It's 8 hours of someone going, I am worth it. I am, very cringy stuff. But if you need it, you need it. And oh my God, I can't recommend it enough.
Climb Cringe Mountain. That's how I
Climb
operate.
Cringe Mountain
Do it. Get up
and
there.
step on the top.
Yeah, no. Truly.
Also, the last time we talked about that was with Michelle Phan. She slept with affirmations, and look how fucking successful she
Yeah,
is.
seriously.
So
I mean, there's
you
something
both
in
are
that.
onto something.
It's a free tip.
Totally.
I was broke as hell when I was doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't do a sauna. Like I could barely afford my rent. But there are things you can do to get you there.
Right.
Oh my God, I love that.
Mentally.
Okay, we have just like a quick rapid fire because there's just so many questions we wanted to ask you and we're running out of time.
Of course.
Okay. Who's your favorite person to follow on social media?
My favorite person to follow on social media. Let me think about this. My favorite person to follow on social media is my little sister because I'm on her close friends and she talks shit about me constantly. All she does is talk shit about me on her close friends. And I think it's very funny. My second favorite follow is Hello Teffy.
Yes.
Hello Teffy is one of my favorite follows because her brain works in a way that mine just doesn't. And I find it very interesting. My third favorite follow is, my shelter dogs, my rescue dogs. I love following them and their journeys. Yeah. Hello Teffy, my shelter rescue dog pages, and my little sister.
Ah, so cute.
Yeah.
Love.
Okay.
Okay. One thing people would be surprised to know about you.
That I go to bed at 9 p.m.
That's part of your just be hot.
Yeah, I get like 10 hours of sleep a night and I turn off at 5 p.m.
So you're not answering emails.
No.
Are you on social? Or are you?
I'm on social, yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, another thing people would be surprised, I don't really go on TikTok. I just create and I leave the app. I'm a little bit scared of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of.
It's a lot.
I'm a little bit scared to get wrapped up in it, into it.
Okay. What's your favorite dating app?
I've been on Raya for about 7 years.
Okay.
Who have you seen? Are we allowed to talk about who's on Raya? Because
Are they
you
going to
know how
ban you?
they ban you if you screenshot.
Okay.
Well, I think if they banned me, it would be okay. I think I've been on there. It clearly didn't work for me.
Have you been on some good dates from Raya?
Oh, totally. I mean, like I always say in my early 20s, dating was my personality. I knew I was going to run my own business and do something good. And I was like, I'll work on that later. Let's go out. Like I morphed into every different type of person. I probably went on like 4 Raya matches a week. So I dated this guy who like lived in his van, met him from Raya.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't really meet any celebrities, just guy who lived in a van.
Chase Crawford on the app. But he promoted that. So like Raya, don't like, this is free promo. For you.
Yeah, free promo.
He's on the app. John Mayer. I finally got a John Mayer sighting this week. I was like, there he is.
You could go to San Vicente Bungalows and see the man as well.
So-
He's always in person. Yeah.
I do have a thing for John Mayer.
He's doing appearances there all the time.
Is he? Okay,
Yeah.
well, here I come, San Vicente Bungalows.
Isn't he like secretly dating Kieran Shipka? Like,
no, he's not.
he's not. Okay, you can
That
confirm.
would be insane.
Because they were Dumois, which they
Isn't
talked-
he like 50 almost?
Yeah.
He's like going to be
Yeah.
50 soon.
But it's like there's always photos of her leaving and then him leaving. So
no,
they're
they just
always
go there
like-
all the time. He's
Okay.
not dating Kieran.
oh my,
Amanda's
you do
speaking
know.
out of confidence. So
No,
she knows.
I believe her. I believe her.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So one beauty product you can't live without.
My Elastin tinted moisturizer.
Elastin is such a
underrated
because I feel like it's rated, but then also underrated. I
Yeah.
feel like the general public does not know about
because
Elastin.
it's not like sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
If
love
you're
it,
going
yeah.
to splurge, Elastin.
Okay. Love
Hands
Elastin.
down.
And then what is your best piece of beauty advice?
Enhance your natural face. Don't try to create all these new shapes. Don't try to put all these lashes, to hide your eye. Put a little on the end to accentuate. Contour your cheekbones, not the ones you see on TikTok. I spent so long trying to change my face to look prettier, where if I just accentuated what I had, I would have been prettier.
Amanda, thank you for coming
So
to
much fun.
Los Angeles. This was so fun. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Hope to see you out being sexy, spooky,
Oh
all
yeah,
of the things.
Do you have like another costume?
So I went to Trashy Lingerie for the first year,
icon?
and there were all these like hot off-duty models.
LA
I was so
icon.
scared. I was so scared. I went by myself on a Monday. And I was so alarmed by the costumes because it truly was Asshole Avenue. Like if you bend over in one of those, like
Yeah.
your stuff is out.
Yeah.
And so I just picked the first thing that was kind of soft, kind of covered, and I'm a sexy vampire.
Great.
Yeah, and it's like quarter sleeved. Like it's not Asshole Avenue.
That's the most clothing they sell there.
I know. And it's comfortable. I was like, I can't have that sequin rash under my armpits. I'm too old.
Good for you.
What are you guys being other than this?
Do you have another one?
I have this one, and then I'm going to Halsey's listening party on Halloween, and I'm still trying to figure out if that is dress up or not.
She probably, she's a Halloween girl.
Her album is all about impersonations.
I know. So I have to find one more, but Mudang was my magnum opus.
And you did it.
It's
I don't know how you're going to top. You will. You always do.
No, I'm not going to top this year.
No, next year.
You got to find something topical and then just go for it.
Yeah.
That's
maybe it'll be like full body prosthetics.
Maybe I'll be
next
at
year.
Heidi Halloween next year.
Yeah, like big boobs.
Yes.
Like
like Jessica Rabbit.
Yes.
Where it's like you walk by and people are like, where's Kirby?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can't wait for that.
Amanda, where can everybody follow you, find you, support you?
Amanda McCants on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, probably at Airline.
Buy her a smoothie.
Nobu on a Thursday.
Perfect.